Hi everyone, I want to welcome you to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making meatloaf. This is my world famous recipe from meatloaf that thousands upon thousands of people have asked me for. Okay, really hardly anybody does, but you're going to need to watch carefully because this is very precise. So first of all, I've got 1.5 pounds of hamburger in there. And what I'm going to do is I have basically 5 ingredients. So it's the meat, and then I kind of count ketchup and the barbecue sauce as the same thing. And then I've got oatmeal and eggs, and then whatever salt and pepper you want. I've got, Johnny's seasoning here. So I'm going to just start dumping everything in. And what I do for eggs is I have basically 1 egg per pound of hamburger. And since I've got 1.5 pounds, I'm just going to do the 2 eggs. You don't have to do eggs. The eggs just sort of make everything hold together a little bit better, but it does still work without them. Okay, so then I'm going to just be very precise in the amount of salt that I put in there. So you can see I've got that going. And then I've got Johnny's seasoning. And so I just throw some of that in. And then I'm going to put in several glops of the barbecue sauce. And I also do some ketchup. And so I just kind of have both of them in there. And then I'm going to put in a very precise amount of oatmeal. So that's going to go in right there. Yeah, about like that. So that looks really good to me. And then I have one of these wonderful Pampered Chef. I do not know what they're called, but I just absolutely love this utensil. And I just mash it around in there until it's all mixed, which will take another couple of minutes. So I'll be back after it's all mixed together. All right, so as I think was pretty obvious, if you didn't do those exact measurements, this will not turn out. And if you like more salt, then you just kind of keep going on the salt. And if you like no salt, then don't put any salt in. All right, so next I'm going to put them into my prepared meatloaf pans, which I have sprayed the cooking oil or the cooking spray into. Actually, I usually do this just sitting down on the counter, so I will move this and just press as you go so you don't get any air pockets in it. Oh, another thing you can put in if you like is onion powder, or actual onion chopped up, or onion granules or onion salt, just anything oniony if you want more of that flavor. You can also do garlic salt, but this just really, with the Johnny's and the barbecue sauce, it just really is plenty flavorful. It doesn't need anything else. So if you are using the flimsy foil rather than a metal or glass pan, you're going to need to hold your hand on there so that it doesn't like just completely press out. All right, so this could be complete as it is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use barbecue sauce. You can use ketchup as well. But what I do is I just get a bunch in here, kind of as much as I think I need to go on the top of this, on the top of them. And it can be thicker, thinner. There's no one right way to do it. And then I put in the same amount, roughly the same amount. If you want to come over here, I'll show you here. I've got this much barbecue sauce, and I'm going to put in what looks to be about the same amount of brown sugar, and I'm going to just stir that up. Now, if you don't want it to taste as strong as far as a barbecue flavor, then you can use ketchup. This is actually what my mom used when we were growing up, but my husband preferred the barbecue sauce over the ketchup. So I just get it to where all the lumps are out of there, and put it on the top of each of these. And what you want, if you're preparing this at home, you want to get your oven preset to 350. And then when you're done getting this together, getting everything mixed and put in the pan, then you put it in and you bake that. And I do baked potatoes, bake it for an hour. And yeah, so I'll spread this around here. So, and it smells so good. It's just yumminess. So there we go. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking these to a family who has a little crisis going on. Baby wants to come 8 weeks early. So I'm taking a couple meals, so that's why 2 meatloaves. And she'll just put one in the freezer, and it'll freeze really, really nicely. And then I'm going to do also the potatoes. Take those to her to bake right along with the meatloaf. And press it down. You kind of want to be careful with when you're working with foil because those edges can cut, and that's not really a lot of fun. So just put it in the oven at 350 and bake for an hour, and you have got a wonderful meatloaf and baked potato dinner. So thanks for watching.